Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson have been beating the SHEDEUR Sanders drum ever since his days at Jacksonville State, transferring to Colorado with Coach Prime for a few years. Now, as a starter, as a member of the Cleveland Browns, those two gentlemen have been beating the SHEDEUR Sanders drum. And what transpired this past Sunday, what Kevin Stefanski did, I said it yesterday, fireable offense, terrible decisions in crunch time. SHEDEUR Sanders rushes for a touchdown, 31-23. They go for two. Terrible decision. Why not go for an extra point? They get the ball back. Defense steps up, gets the ball back. They score another touchdown. They go for two. Not only do they go for two, they take SHEDEUR Sanders out of the game. Kevin Stefanski has a lot of questions that needs answering placed on his doorstep. And Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco, they went off on Kevin Stefanski yesterday.
What was supposed to happen on that last 2-point conversion?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Did you make that call or did Tommy?
Yeah, I make every call. Why would you take him off? Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play. We didn't come through, but that's on me.
Was that play call yours or Tommy's?
I'm responsible for all of it.
No, I thought you turned over play calling duties. Now it's been reported. Mary Kate, I need you to call. I need you to let us know. Jump in the chat because it was reported that he turned the play calling over to Tommy Reese. Right? Isn't that the OC? So I know everything's on you, and you don't want to get into it. Get into it. What went into your thinking that when SHEDEUR Sanders had led you back from 14 down, he had led you back? What went into the decision to take him off the field and potentially have someone else throw a 2-point conversion? What went into your decision, Coach Stefanski?
Hold on. Not only have someone else throw the 2-point conversion, have someone else throw the two.
That's the craziest part. Have somebody else throw the 2-point conversion, not run a wildcat and have Quashon Judkins run it in, which didn't work the first time, but have somebody else actually throw the ball. Not a good move, Kevin.
2-point conversion that wasn't your quarterback that was on fire like he was playing NBA jams. Hold on, a play like that in college, I understand it.
Yes.
I understand it because they don't see it coming. In the NFL, it's not working. That's a play for the movie The Longest Yard. Or maybe on Thanksgiving you're in the goddamn turkey bowl. That's what it's for. Or maybe the movie Waterboy. That's when you run a play like that. Not with a game on the line that you're actually trying to win and compete. Like, what are we doing? I swear for God, on my mama, rest in peace, I had to call 2 of my former coaches to get a better perspective on what they were doing because you've been a head coach. Please explain to me. You've been in that position before. If that was you, why do you call a play like that? And of course, they wouldn't give me an answer. They wanted to keep it PC. Like, come on, man.
Well, first of all, you should have been in that situation because you should have kicked the PAT to begin with. Why the hell you go for 2 on the first PAT? You're only down 14. You're down an even number. So why the hell are you going? Why are you going for 2 on the first PAT? If you just kick it, now you're down 7. Now you don't have to chase the second point. That's what makes no sense to me. Nothing. First of all, it didn't make sense. Who he started, he went with Flacco. Okay, fine.
That makes sense.
They said Dylan Gabriel, they drafted him in the 3rd round. Okay, whatever the case may be. We can't go back in time, undo what's already done. But moving forward, the guy gives you a great opportunity to win. A great opportunity. He's playing his ass off. And you undercut him by taking him off the field. You undercut him by going for 2 when it's unnecessary. So I'm just trying to figure out, and I don't want to use the word sabotage, but I will say I'm trying to understand your rationale and your thought process, what goes into going for 2 the first time when you're only down 14, you kick the PAT, you're down 7. Okay, now you're down 8 because you didn't get the first PAT. I mean the first 2-point conversion. So now you're down 8, you got to go for it. What goes into a rationale? After you see what your quarterback has done, why would you take him off the field? And as somebody that doesn't play the position, are you really trusting someone that hasn't thrown a pass to throw a pass in that situation, in that moment, at that juncture of the game? You really want to do that, Ocho? Is that really what you want to do, Chad? Hell no.
He hit him with the hell no. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it was nasty work yesterday. Nasty work. Say that's a play for the movie. Waterboy. Given the whole body of Stefanski's behavior with regard to SHEDEUR, I'll use the word. Stefanski is bent on sabotaging SHEDEUR Sanders' career. I think it's clear. Yeah, to have him sit both those 2-point conversions, this person says that's humiliating. Yeah, it's a bit humiliating to get taken out, especially leading the team back. You get taken out of the 2-point conversion on a passing play. Nasty work. If Judkins flips that to the other back with no hezzy, they do walk in the end zone, let's be honest. But at the same time, you got to give that to SHEDEUR. Definitely not the same level of game, but this is like Seattle throwing and not handing it off to beast mode in the bowl. They didn't want Sanders to be the winner. Pete Carroll in the NFL did this on a high level at Super Bowl when beast mode got them all the way to the 1-yard line, and then they decided can't be MVP because he just didn't want to get fined. It comes down to him not believing in SHEDEUR, nor ever really watched him much on film. Anyone who has ever watched the kid play knows that a game is never over with him if it's within striking distance. Horrible coaching, period. This dude is shameless. At this point, we have to look at Haslam. He is the one paying Stefanski to do this because Haslam is the culprit. People are also saying, check the sports books. Is this not fixed? What was the over-under for that game? What was the spread? -2.5? -1.5? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I appreciate the support. Like the video, subscribe. See you later. Peace.